Recorded?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Ah.
I might have to sing the song. Go on.
What song's on there?
I don't know. No. Oh.
Oh. That microphone.
That's a camera.
And I knew he would. I waited there, and he knew too. And he put his arms around me. He had really a lot of freckles. He kissed me there, and I kissed him. That was the thing I had to find. We smelled the sun
I don't like any of these songs.
Oh.
2 years. Such a
Back
long
then.
time. Especially if you swore.
How do I go back?
Time passed.
You want to sing any of these three songs?
Maybe so. We stayed together. We knew each other's skin more than teenagers should. His teeth were so white. We kept kissing, sometimes in London. I told him I did it when I was drunk. I told him I was lying about it when I was sober. I wanted to be
Oh,
better,
first kiss.
but there was no problem. I ended it. Sometimes I miss him.
Am I supposed to be reading this?
Don't know. Maybe. Go.
Fortunately, I was a very brave 14-year-old. Ah. There's a tunnel underneath Karori Park. Not everybody knows this. It's not a tunnel for people, it's for water. The water isn't very deep and the tunnel is cylindrical. So if you get up to a good speed, you can go leaping along on either side of the flow without even getting your toes wet. You have to be really brave if you want to go inside though, because there is a long period where you're running in almost total darkness and you have to keep running because otherwise you fall in. And how do you know that your feet won't hit something safe and solid? Fortunately, I was a really brave 14-year-old. At least I was when it came to tunnels. This particular tunnel is a very special one. It knows me in one of the most intimate ways a person can be known, I think.
Not complicated.
There's a little fork near the end specifically, which is a little lighter, and you can veer off to the side to stop and rest if you want to, without quite having to emerge back into the day straight away. This is nice. A significant place. I left a bright little imprint of my teenage self in the walls of that concrete alcove, one day in a crooked summer. I can look back on that old me with so much bitterness on any other day, but not on this day. I was just young, just small and forgivable, and he was a boy with warm eyes and too many freckles, and I knew he would. I waited there and he knew too, and he put his arms around me. He had really a lot of freckles. He kissed me then, and I kissed him. That was a thing I hadn't done before. We smelled of sunblock and grass clippings together. He liked that I never wore makeup. I loved the wore my boy for 2 years, which is a long time, especially if you're small. Time passed. He started wearing cologne. I started wearing makeup from time to time. I found out he was really sad sometimes. That made me sad. We stayed together. We knew each other's skin more than teenagers should. His teeth were so white. We kept kissing, sometimes numbly. I did love him. I told him I didn't when I was drunk. I told him I was lying about that when I was sober. I wanted to be better for him, but there was never hope. I ended it. Sometimes I miss him.
There you go, Oliver. Okay. What does the audio say? Is there something happening in there?
Oh, I was going to tell a story.
What was happening in here? In here?
It was saying, is there a song that reminds you of a story? But I thought I was going to do that to go into the next thing, but it's not. It's just to finish it. Do you want to do it? It's pretty fun.
No, you can't one.
The story's a way
Sorry,
better
Abby.
than the song. Oh, you should do it. I want to read the end of the story.
You want another story?
Yeah.
Do you think there are lots of people waiting though?
No. Do it. What? You can't. You can't not. You can't vote. Skip audio.
The inward is free.
Yes. No.
You just pop like right down to E1. Alright, there. Headphones tell you what to do. Okay.
No.
I honestly want to go and talk to somebody about the
My drag persona is now a huge part of my life. It was summertime in Hawke's Bay. Most women were wearing short skirts and wide-brimmed hats with stupidly large sunglasses. I guess that was a fashion thing from Rachel Zoe, putting those skinny bitches from Full House in oversized shabby cardigans. Zoe bots, they were calling them. Even super glamour queen Posh Spice was in on the action, probably to hide her anorexia. I was almost going to throw away the idea of putting on a frock to attend the party, but something about those horrendous Olsen twins made me reconsider. Bryce is my good friend's father. It's his 50th birthday party, and I'm thinking about dressing up and going as Nicole Kidman. The theme is in the movies. Moulin Rouge is one of my favourite films. It's pretty much the gayest thing since The Wizard of Oz. Well, almost as camp. No one beats Judy singing about rainbows. In Hastings, it's easy to pick out the gays from the straights. Small town New Zealand only produces 3 types of people: straights, and gays that leave once they turn 18. So when going back home for the party, it was pretty much my call of duty as the token homo to attend decked out in a fabulous sequin number. I was beginning to feel somewhat nervous as my skirt only just covered my lady parts, and I was sweating like a pig in 3 pairs of 50 denier stockings. Not to mention it was like 100 degrees outside, and my wig was really itchy. At least I looked fucking amazing. Once we arrive at the party, I'm dressed to impress, and most of the guests have made an effort with silly costumes and terrible wigs. Everyone loved me. I was taking photos with them all, dancing with old people, drinking champagne, and feeling like a real movie star. About 2 hours into the party and several vodkas later, I am picked up by 3 male party revelers and carried outside and thrown into the swimming pool. This seemed the funniest thing to them. While wailing around in the pool, searching for my heels with no wig, it was then, right at that very moment, that I really wished I had left my skirt at home. I spent the rest of the night wearing my friend's track pants and USA hoodie, just a petal from the flower I once was. Not to mention the frightening mascara dripping panda eyes. I thought it best to move from champers onto beer. Even though I got dunked in the pool, the night was loads of fun. Wonderful friends, family, and to top it off, I was awarded Best Costume. My drag persona is now a huge part of my life. I still look back on those early days and think how different things would have been if that party was tonight. Let's just say there is no way I would be in that fucking swimming pool. Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend is a song I had prepared to perform at the 50th, but I never got to do it. Now when I lip sync this, I'm reminded of the early days, my friends back home, Hastings, and that party when my drag alter ego took her first steps to real drag queen stardom.
Apparently there's karaoke and all sorts of stuff.
We had the sun round here.
You didn't tell the story either.
I didn't realise there was
Yeah.
all that music playing the whole time.
Yeah.
Look.